Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We Are All Psychic. Today is August 25th, 2022. Oh, I hope it is. I think so. And I just wanted to touch base with any of the listeners, all y'all peoples out there who may be listening, to where have we been? We drop out every once in a while, and I like to let you know. We've had both Misty and I have been having some health problems again. That wasn't in relation to it. I was clearing my throat. But, we've been taking a little rests, and also I've had some bad news in the family. So I've been, mourning. There's bad news in the family right now. So I wanted to let you know what we do have coming up, though. I finally figured out how to make a scheduler, and I have a scheduler to schedule guests. So I have 3 scheduled coming up this week. So we'll have a lot more content for you guys. I think a couple of them might do video. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. I'll try to remember to say so in the beginning of the podcast. Let's see what else going on. Oh, I have a Llewellyn author coming, and it's granddaughter Crow. I believe that is her name. And she is, she sounds just fabulous. Another woman named Abigail is coming on. And, my memory. I'm looking. I have this calendar thing, and it's just so exciting that all I have to do is like just tell you to go to this link and you can schedule. And Sue London. And Sue London is an animal communicator, and I can't wait to talk with her. She does a lot of stuff I've done with Morgana, but she does it full intensively. I can't wait to learn from her as well. So, this podcast, I'm learning all the time. I love it. I didn't know how much I'd get to learn and how many cool people I'd get to meet. And so I'm really grateful that you guys still hang in there, even when we do have these times where I drop out or we haven't heard from us in a week. And sometimes we're pounding them out, a few a day, a few a week, 3 or 4. We have so much fun with this podcast. And we hope you do too. The thing that's been the greatest in the people I've been finally being able to connect with now who are reaching out to be on the show is they really believe this, that I do. And from what I can tell, but before we even, every email they introduce, hey, I'm teaching this stuff where I am. Where I live, I'm teaching this. I'm teaching these things too. And I want to reach out this way and, let people know more that there's other people who think this way. And we are teachers everywhere teaching this stuff. I think that's really cool. I think that was Abigail, what she was basically talking about. And we're going to chat about it more before the podcast, which I always enjoy because I get to know someone better before the podcast. It's kind of like when I get a book. I got Granddaughter Crow's book, and I get to kind of go through it as much as I can before the interview. And, and the writing is just beautiful. I wish Misty could be here right now, but she is at work. And I'm just kind of catching you guys up because I miss you. And I have been on this app called Wisdom. Dr. Lisa, in her interview, she mentioned the Wisdom app, and we talked about it after the podcast, and I did get on there, and I did make myself an account, and I did some talks. They actually made me a top mentor, and I don't know really much about that. But I just get on there and kind of talk. Misty was over at the house one day, and if you ever decide to go check it out, I'll put the information in the description of the whole podcast if I continue doing it, but I'll put it in this one for now. But it's kind of like a little live podcast platform. It's an application, an app on Android and iOS. It's pretty cool. So we can go in there. Misty and I together did one, and we can go in there and talk, and the talks are recorded, and you can ask questions and we can answer them, and we can even record podcasts that way. It's just this pretty cool little community so far. From what I can tell, it's probably bigger than I think. They're a very interesting company. So I've been doing that here and there instead of a podcast, just to kind of feel out a new avenue for reaching new guests, new people that I'd love to meet, new ways to heal, and new ways to teach other people how to open up their psychic senses and their energy work or magic, whatever they want to open up that they may be curious about, or maybe they're all the way opened up and they just enjoy listening because Misty's funny, right? So I guess for today, this will be my Blip 6. I don't think I've had a Blip 6. And so for now, until through this week, I think next week we're opening back up for guests. We'll see how it goes. Things are kind of going well with the podcast lately. as far as exposure. And that's because of you guys. So thank you. Thank you for spreading the word. I hope that means it's helping you, because this is helping me. The podcast helps me all the time. It helped me today, just doing this little Blip 6. I guess I got to go for 6 minutes, right? And according to this, you can't really time that, I don't think, because I spliced it. But yeah, I can be creative with my splicing. I leave most of my ums in, but it's just tedious to take them all out. Usually in the beginning of a podcast where there are a lot of ums. But anyway, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app where you can get advice from psychics and empaths. You can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve on everclear.com. Also, I have a tarot deck for sale if you're interested. It's called Kitty Quest Tarot. It's in my Etsy shop, and you can find a link to the Etsy shop on the website, www.weareallpsychic.com. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Bye.